Hey, Patrick here, AvidMax Tying Tuesday, bringing you a viewer request, the Rainbow Warrior, by popular demand. So, here we go, bringing you guys a Rainbow Warrior today, but we're going to do it slightly different from all the videos you've seen online already. Going to do this in glass bead like it was done originally, and we're going to do it in black today as opposed to the original Vivis Pearl. Just like that. Let's get her going. Hook is going to be TMC 2488. These happen to be H, heavy wire. You can use the regular wire, perfectly fine. Size 16 for the demo today. And Killer Caddis glass beads, size small, color peacock. Midge is going to be a little too small, and the mediums are just going to be ever so slightly too big. Crowds the hook eye just a little bit, but size small, just about perfect. And we begin with the ceremonial crushing of the barb, as is tradition. Slide the bead up. There we go. Thread for this guy. Lance always uses UTC 70 denier red. This is going to be uni in 8/0. Is it 8/0? It is 8/0. 72 denier. Tough to see, but and the color is fluorescent orange. More red than it is orange, but close enough. Get us that little hot spot. Let's go. Start off just a little ways away from the bead, give myself a little bit of real estate to work with. Behind that bead, leave a little naked shank there. So I've got room later on for all the tie-ins and the dubbing. Rainbow Warrior was originally done with pheasant tail for the actual tail of the bug. It's a little brittle for my taste, so I'm going to go ahead and use some CDL. Wapsi CDL. This is going to be light speckled, whatever color you prefer, either to match or to contrast the body. Whip that in the back. Go. I always leave it a little long, pull to my desired length. Let's call it good there. Migrate the thread back up. Lock my vise in place. Cut away the excess, still leaving myself all that room behind the bead. Since this is going to be the Black Rainbow Warrior, we'll go with UTC holographic tinsel black large. Cut off a little noodle of that for myself. There we go. Trap it under my thread. Secure it down back to the tail. Migrate the thread back to the head. Then if you'd like to use the rotary function on the vise, put a little quick whip finish in there. to make sure your thread doesn't go anywhere. Why not? We'll give it a couple spins here. And slightly half overlapping on each previous wrap with the tinsel, just to give it a little bit better strength, better durability for when we're fishing it in the waters. All them toothy trout that we're going to get into. Capture that. Not going to snip off the excess yet, pulling it back, because this is going to be our sort of wing case leg area. Covered up with our dubbing. The original was done with Wapsi Rainbow South Scud dubbing. Looks just like that stuff right there. You can make your own at home. Start with a light gray, give it some light blue, red, and yellow. You got Wapsi Rainbow South Scud. And I should mention, while I mention that, the original was done with Vivus Pearl tinsel as opposed to UTC Hollow Black. That's the secret sauce for the original Rainbow Warrior, I imagine. There's something about that pearl tinsel, they just love it. But back to the black one. For the dubbing, it's going to be hairline, ice dub, UV black. Just a tiny, tiny little noodle, tiny little fly, don't need much. Couple wraps, that's enough. Get rid of this excess dubbing here. And now, bring that tinsel back over the top for the wing case. Nice and squared, nice and centered over the top. Give it a good tug. Get it in place behind that bead. You can even go once over, once behind, once in front. Secure it in place. Cut away the extra. One or two more, and then we can go into the whip finish. Finish out that hot spot right behind that bead. You know me, I like to make things extra secure. Couple whip finishes. Build up that hot spot, build that durability. If one whip finish fails, well, then we got another one. And if that one fails, well, we got a third one. So everything should stay nicely in place. Cut off a little bit of the extra hairs from all around. Looks good. Yeah. And there you have it. Quick and easy, nice and simple. Black Rainbow Warrior. And make sure you tie these up. Get plenty in your box because everybody's obsessed with tungsten, getting it down, getting it weighted, and that's important, no doubt. But it's not quite as important if this is not your point fly. So whether it be split shot or just the weighted fly at the bottom, the one off your dropper tag, the one above all of your weight, doesn't necessarily need to be weighted. All it needs to do is flutter in the water nicely, and especially in lakes, so it's not pulling down your top fly, your indicator fly. I've become a real fan of glass beads up there. So get yourself some glass beaded versions of all of your favorite beaded patterns. Keep things easy for you. Keep things floating where they need to be floating. So yeah. Your bottom fly, heavyweight, crazy, crazy, crazy. That's everything you need, jigged. And then, just above that, your glass bead, lightly weighted Rainbow Warrior, fluttering and enticing the trout. There you have it. Black Rainbow Warrior, friends. Tie them up, fish them. Promise they'll work. Till the next one, see you on the water. Tight lines.